At the age of 90, Richard Chamberlain has done something that has captivated both longtime fans and a new generation of admirers. He finally admitted what many had quietly suspected for decades. For years, Chamberlain was seen as the embodiment of the leading man, charming, mysterious, and incredibly talented. He starred in some of the most iconic roles in television history and was once referred to as the king of the miniseries. But behind the Hollywood spotlight, there was always a private struggle, a part of himself that he kept hidden. Now, as he enters the twilight of his life, Chamberlain has chosen honesty over secrecy, finally speaking openly in a way that resonates deeply with so many who followed his journey. His admission wasn't explosive or sensationalized. It was quiet, graceful, and authentic, much like the man himself. In a recent conversation, Chamberlain reflected on his life and legacy with a kind of wisdom only age can bring. He acknowledged that, for a long time, he had feared the repercussions of being openly gay in a Hollywood that wasn't ready to accept that truth. Back then, being out could end careers, cost roles, and ruin reputations. For Chamberlain, protecting his career meant hiding a part of himself, even if it meant living with that weight in silence. It's a decision he doesn't resent, but one he no longer wishes to carry as a burden. His revelation has brought waves of support, not just from fans but from younger generations who see him as a trailblazer. There's something incredibly powerful about someone from an older generation choosing to live in truth, especially after decades of silence. Chamberlain's decision to speak now, at a time when he has nothing left to prove, gives his story even more impact. It's not about headlines or applause, it's about freedom. And perhaps more importantly, it's about showing others that it's never too late to be who you truly are. Looking back, Chamberlain's body of work speaks for itself. From his breakout role as Dr. Kildare to unforgettable performances in Shogun and the Thorn Birds, he captivated audiences and broke new ground in television. He was always more than just a pretty face. He brought depth, nuance, and quiet intensity to every character he played. But now, we see a different side of him, the real man behind the roles. And in many ways, this truth adds even more depth to the legacy he leaves behind. His honesty reminds us that courage comes in many forms, and that sometimes, the most powerful thing a person can do is simply speak their truth. As Chamberlain enters this new chapter of his life, he does so not as a man defined by secrets, but as one celebrated for his authenticity. His story challenges the idea that it's ever too late to live openly and love fully. In sharing this truth, he's become more than an actor. He's become a symbol of resilience, of quiet strength, and of the enduring power of honesty. Fans now have the full picture of the man they've admired for so long, and it's more inspiring than ever. Chamberlain's journey proves that time doesn't diminish truth, it reveals it. And in doing so, it allows us all to live a little freer, a little braver, and a lot more fully.